we've got a fun one today. I don't know if it's going to be fun, but we got some kitty cat upgrades coming that should be fairly entertaining to see. I'm curious. So we have this lift kit / widening kit that we're going to throw on this thing here in a few minutes, and we will then put that thing side by side with this 120 and see how it compares. So that should be fun. All right, so here's your old ones and the new. So that's about how much lift we're gonna get. Make sure when you take it apart, you go ahead and drop all your spacers off every single idler and then try to find them in a pile of leaves and figure out what goes where. Alright, this kit came with 4 nuts, which I assume are to mount the thing, because the old one had thread inserts right onto it. New ones don't. So we will go ahead and start off by getting them on. I'm going to go ahead and put the bolt out. There's much track clearance as we can, because I don't know what it's going to do. Now I want to take it back apart. Can you even see what I'm doing? Not really. A little better. Alright, we're going to start off with the first set of idlers that have all my spacers put back in place. That was fun. Go ahead. Get close. Alright. Yeah, that's a pretty quick and easy kit. Can't imagine it would take too long. Been probably working on it 10 minutes and the rear's almost done. The front is going to take a little bit longer for me because someone lost a bolt or something years ago on the steering, so I'm going to have to grind and drill, and of course working on it like this I got gasoline dripping all over everything. So I'm going to have to let that air out before I start grinding, probably pull the gas tank out of it. Let's see. That makes sense. So, grab my wrench here. guys. Got to loosen up my tensioners because naturally I did not do that to start with. By the time I thought of it, it was too late. Now here we are. I don't think I have any deep sockets to put it on my impact. So I'll try anyways. Save us a couple minutes here. Sweet. There's one. Not quite. Loosen it up a little bit. That's as loose as those get. Point you back over here a hair. This new setup is even better for filming too. Alright, we'll take this. Drop them down in place. Sweet. Grab our bolts. Okay, now I'm gonna have to pry it out just a little bit. There we go. We are in place. Actually looks kind of cool, I think. So we'll get these adjusted. That track is give us a spin, make sure we're on the rollers. Pretty excited for this, not gonna lie. Get those just to the point where the nylon is touching. Sweet. All right. Well, now we get to do the front. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be better. So, let's show you what was gonna fight me on this. So, oh, come on. See that bolt there? Oh, this should be quick. Yeah, right there. That's the one I was thinking of. Doesn't have a bolt. So, we're in good shape on this one. All right, the kids came outside for a minute there. So we popped the old one off of here. New one right here. I'll have to make sure I do a left side and right side ski. And just off of the amount of rust that came out of here, we're gonna go ahead and just grease it before you put it back together. That way it outlives this machine that's already made it from the 70s till now. Go ahead and put that back on. Tighten it back up. And that is ready. I'm going to try to tighten up this carbide without breaking it off. And it's a 7/16. That makes sense. Everything's in different sizes. All right. That way it's not completely flopping around. Since I'm here, I might as well do it. Alright, we'll go back over to the sled, pop that one on, and that way I don't mix up and put them on the wrong side, because it's also a widening kit. Because if we, let's see, backwards. All right, sorry, trying to get my gimbal. Yeah, whatever it is, right? So here's our old versus new. So this is offset as well to give it a wider stance. So now that it's higher up, they don't tip over as much. I never had a kitty cat, and this is my kid's first year on them. So we will see what that all entails. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it on the machine. Should straighten that out while I'm here. Let's see how easy it is. Give it a whirl. Yeah. I'd say that's good enough. So, go ahead and pop the hood back open. Grab our bolt. Come back down here. This thing's stuck back into place. Crank the steering. There we go. Awesome. Torque it to spec. We prefer of the German variety. There's one side done. Pop this other side out right quick. That carbide's nice and tight, so we don't have to worry about that. Get a bunch of rust out of this one. You know, it's really a miracle that those bolts didn't break off. They've probably been on these machines since the 70s. So I want to say this one's like a 78. Or part of it's a 78, part of it I think is from the 80s. It's at least two sleds put together into one. We'll get that on there, make it a goopy mess. All right, this one, that side. And then we can all have a good laugh when I just did that backwards and I go to put it on the machine and it's offset in the wrong direction. There we have it. Back on. You guys didn't even get to see me put that other one on. Alright. So we'll take this. Come in a little bit sideways here. there's a plastic bushing in here it sits on. Set our steering back on because it has these slots here. You just line it up, pop it in place. Good to go. We'll tighten this one on. And just like that, your kitty cat has a lift kit. So we'll go ahead and drop it down. All right, here it is, the lifted kitty cat. And I got him right on the first try. So, pushes those down and out. And we've got the drop brackets on the track as well. Now it has a little bit of an attack angle instead of being flat across. So we'll see if it actually goes through a little bit of snow. Size comparison to the 120. I mean, the body's definitely smaller, but as far as like track on the ground, surface area, they're pretty similar. The 120 is definitely still a lot wider. But let me move them around real quick so we can look at them a little bit better. Yeah, the 120 is substantially wider. Kitty cat definitely looks goofy from up front. But I don't know. Hopefully it does what we want it to do, and yeah. $100, and then hopefully it's more capable. But now my kids won't be fighting over the little one. Now they're close enough to the same size that they'll just get on and ride. So, yeah. Might have to do a follow-up once there's snow on the ground and see how it performs.